Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's me, Gunner, over here. I just wanted to give you my thoughts and a recap on the most recent edition of NXT Stand and Deliver. I'm not really going to get into it much. I just want to say the winners and my thoughts on it, like I said. Um, if you don't want it to be spoiled, I suggest scrolling away, watching the event, and then coming back to it later, because there will be spoilers in this, so just a warning there. But, okay, now, let's get into it. So on the pre-show, we had a Fatal 4 Elimination Women's Tag Team match between the Meta Girls, Fatal Influence, Dolan Paxley, as they call them, and Perez Jade. Um, and I'm trying to think. Okay, Tatum Paxley and Gigi Dolan won this. I was very surprised about this because I actually predicted Roxanne Perez and Cora Jade to get the win. I think they would have been more interesting. But I do kind of see why it makes sense because Tatum Paxley and Gigi Dolan, I believe, were like the only quote-unquote baby faces in this match. So in a way, it does kind of make sense. I'm surprised I didn't predict them originally, but I'm happy for them, and they got the win. So now this Tuesday on NXT, which is tomorrow at the time I'm recording this, they're going to be getting a shot at the Women's Tag Team Championships, and they will now face Lyra Valkyria and Becky Lynch for those Women's Tag Team titles because they just won at WrestleMania. But stay tuned for my WrestleMania recap video. That'll be coming out later this week. So yeah, that happened. And then we had the North American Championship match open the actual show, not the pre-show, but the real thing, between Ricky Saints and All Ego Ethan Page. In this match, Ricky Saints retained the NXT North American Championship. And then we had the NXT Tag Team Championship match. The current champions Fraxium taking on the team of Hank and Tank. And I actually predicted this match. I said I can't believe Fraxium are going to lose the NXT Tag Team Championships, but I think with the story they were telling with Hank and Tank, I feel like it was the right time for them to win. And what do you know? I was right. Hank and Tank defeated Fraxium, and they are now your new NXT Tag Team Champions. And then we had the Women's North American Championship ladder match. I originally predicted Thea Hale to win this because I figured it was too obvious to not have her come back and immediately get the title. I felt like that would have been a really good, feel-good moment, you know? But instead, Sol Ruka ended up winning the match. So, I will say I got that prediction wrong, but at the same time, I'm really happy for Sol Ruka because I was hoping either her or Zarya would win it. So, I at least I feel like I should get half credit on that. And then we had the D'Angelo family versus Dark State. Shannon Sachs Lorenzo actually turned heel and low blowed Tony D'Angelo to get Dark State the win. And then we had the NXT Women's title on the line in a Fatal 4-Way match between Stephanie Valkyr, Julia, Jordan Grace, and Jada Parker. I'm just going to say again, Jada Parker really felt like she didn't belong in this match. I knew that the only reason she was in it was to take the pinfall, or submission, I guess. And I was right. Stephanie Valkyr pinned Jada Parker to retain her NXT Women's Championship. So I got that prediction right. And then it was time for the main event for the NXT Championship. A triple threat match between the current champion, Olba Femi, taking on Trick Williams and Javon Evans. Now, I was originally thinking that Dark State would come out during this match and we would get the reveal of who the leader was behind Dark State. However, I didn't predict that earlier in the night, Shannon Sachs Lorenzo was going to betray Tony D'Angelo and the D'Angelo family, and that Dark State was going to... I knew Dark State was going to win the match, but I didn't expect that heel turn, because if you go back to my most recent video when I was trying to predict the card, I said that Tony or Stacks wouldn't turn, so that I didn't see coming. I didn't think Dark State would... I thought Dark State would show up later in the night because I thought it would get revealed who the leader was. But now I think it might actually get revealed that Shannon Sachs Lorenzo might be the leader instead. So that, on the other hand, is what I didn't predict. That's the only thing I got wrong. But I did predict the winner correctly, however. I did say Obafemi would win and retain the NXT Championship. I think I got most of my predictions right if you go back and watch this video. I'm trying to think off the top of my head, but the only ones I got wrong was the pre-show match for the women's tag team match. I said Roxanne Perez and Cora Jade would win, but I was wrong because it was actually Tam Paxton and Gigi Dolan that got the win. Was there anything else I got wrong? I'm trying to think. If I go back up here, the NXT Women's title I got right. The Angel Women's Dark State I got right. Oh yeah, the Women's North American Championship ladder match I technically got wrong because I thought Thea Hale would win, but instead it was Sol Ruca who won, who was actually my like second or third prediction to win. So I was close because that was who I originally predicted to win before Thea Hale got into the match. But sadly, they kept the plan of that winning, of them winning. Frax Team Hank and Tank I got right, and the opening match I got right. So yeah, that was it. Scroll back up here real quick. So yeah. Overall, I think it was a really good show. If you ask me what I would rate the show on a 1 out of 10, I'd probably rate it around an 8. Might be a hot take, but I honestly think it was better than WrestleMania entirely, as a whole. I think between NXT Stand and Deliver and WrestleMania 41, I would actually have to go with NXT Stand and Deliver overall being the better show. Even though it only happened on one day and WrestleMania happened over 2 nights, I still think NXT Stand and Deliver, well, stand and delivered, if you know what I mean. Pun intended. But, yeah, I don't know. WrestleMania wasn't disappointing by any means. It's just, I personally enjoyed all the matches on NXT Stand and Deliver. I thought they really cooked up some good matches. There was some good storytelling. Especially, man, I can't get over the fact that Shane Lorenzo turned heel. I'm really excited to see what he says tomorrow night on NXT, and he explains why he did what he did. Why, Stacks? Why? That's the question that I'm asking right now, and I think all you should be asking too. I just can't believe Shane Lorenzo did what he did when he kicked Tony D'Angelo in the no-no square and betrayed the entirety of the D'Angelo family. I can't believe it. The only thing I can think of right now is that it's going to lead to Tony D'Angelo putting over Stacks on his way out the door. And I think Tony D'Angelo might end up going to the main roster whenever the draft happens later this year. I think they'll probably move him to either Raw or SmackDown. And I think Stacks will probably become the new Don of NXT. That's the only thing I can think of. But I don't know how Luca Crucifino and Adriana Rizzo and the rest of the D'Angelo family are going to react to this new version of Stacks. That's the only thing. Or will they just join Dark State? I don't know. I have so many questions. I have more questions than I have answers, and I would love to hear what you guys have to say in the comments about it, because, man, after NXT Stand and Deliver, my mind is racing. So, that's going to do it for this video. I might upload some timestamps of when all the matches took place, like when I review them, I mean. Put some timestamps in the comments for you guys so you can go to each match in particular that you might want to see. But, yeah, that's going to do it. I really want you to let me know what you guys think about NXT Stand and Deliver in the comments. Did you watch it? Did you enjoy it? Let me know. And also, don't forget to hit the ring bell so you'll get notified when I upload in the future. And also subscribe to my channel, because I'm 24 subscribers away from my goal of 50 subscribers. I'm trying to get to 50 by the end of the year, and I need you to hit the subscribe button in order for me to reach that goal. So it'd be greatly appreciated if you could do that. It would mean a lot to me if you could support the channel. But like I said already, that's going to do it. I love you all. Later, guys. Peace.